G'day, it's Nick here. Coming up on Newsbreak. Aussies stranded in India. Celebrating International Guide Dog Day. And not so pink supermoon. But before we jump into things, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Today marks 25 years since the worst mass shooting in Australia's history. It happened in the Tasmanian town of Port Arthur and led to some big changes in gun laws across the country that are still really important today.
It's a day that changed Australia forever.
Tasmania's Port Arthur has become the scene of Australia's worst massacre. A lone gunman opened fire today, killing at least 25 people. Tonight, the man is holding hostage.
35 people were shot and killed in one of the world's worst mass shootings. Many Australians were shocked, and they wanted something to be done. Just 12 days later, the PM at the time, John Howard, rallied the states and territories and brought in new gun laws. Some weapons were banned, and people who owned them were paid to hand them in. That's known as a gun buyback, and over a year, more than 650,000 guns were handed in and destroyed. Since the event, gun-related deaths in Australia have plummeted. And 25 years later, former PM John Howard is glad he helped bring change.
And understandably, the public wanted something done. These laws have made Australia a much safer country.
It's still a really important and really sad day in our nation's history. And today, people gathered in Tasmania to remember those who died and reflect on the way those events went on to shape our nation.
Aussies in India who want to get home are stuck there, at least for now. The Australian government stopped all flights coming in because of the country's COVID-19 outbreak. And some of those people stranded in India say that's really scary because the country's not coping with the virus. Cricketer Ricky Ponting, who's there coaching an IPL team, says it's just a small part of what people there are going through.
Our hearts go out to every single person in India that's struggling with what's happened.
Today is International Guide Dog Day, and one person who'll be celebrating is Oliver here. At just 14, he's the youngest person to be given a seeing eye dog by Vision Australia.
This is Sadie. She's a 2-year-old golden retriever and a seeing eye dog. In just a few months, she's changed Oliver's life.
I can go a lot more places by myself because I feel comfortable and I'm a lot more independent with Sadie.
Oliver's 14 and legally blind, and Sadie helps him get around. Like on the bus, at school, and well, everywhere.
To get her, I had to go through an assessment, and then after that I was on the waiting list for maybe 2 years.
The chosen dog had to be able to stay calm in the loud school environment.
Can't really see her too much, and she's just quiet and has a sleep.
Yes, Sadie is very chill. The Brisbane teenager is the youngest person in the country to be given a seeing eye dog by Vision Australia.
She's built my trust and I trust what she's doing.
Normally you have to be 16, mostly because younger kids don't have enough for them to do and they need a lot of looking after. Or at least a lot more than Oliver's white cane he used to rely on.
With my cane, you didn't have to, maintain it, so you don't have to take her to the toilet or get her water or anything like that, or feed it.
If someone is 14 like Oliver is and has, the capabilities to manage a dog and work with one, it doesn't make sense to rule him out.
And he's stoked to have Sadie by his side.
She's awesome. We both like each other a lot.
Fun fact, when I was in kindy, I decided to spell my name without the K, because there's no K in Nicholas. It made sense to me. Even then, I knew that names are important. Wildlife Sydney Zoo has picked a name for its new koala Joey. The zoo asked people to send in their best ideas, and the winner was Kira. Kira means leaf in the Yugambeh language, and to live in the Murray dialect of southern Queensland. I like it. It was a disappointing night for people like me around the world hoping to spot a massive pink moon in the sky. The so-called pink moon was very clearly yellow looking. It turns out the misleading name actually comes from a pink flower, because it's the first supermoon of spring in the Northern Hemisphere. And finally, a bunch of big names are coming together for a massive worldwide concert called Vax Live. It's being hosted by Selena Gomez and chaired by Prince Harry and Meghan. VaxLive is all about fighting COVID by promoting vaccines and helping more people around the world get access to them. Well, that's all the news today, but before you go, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I know you're about to click out, but make sure you click that first, yeah? Cheers.